everybody, welcome back. It is week 40 of Duffs, tracking my progress to go from a 20 to a 10 handicap in 10 months to the best of my ability, on a budget, on a dime, how I can do it, cost effectively, but, with being a normal guy. So, last week when I did the check-in, you saw that I was in front of the Kishwaukee Country Club, and I was going to go play what was expected to be the last round of my 2019 golf season and for the Duffs project. So I was playing sub 70 owner, or creator, CEO Jason. He hosted me there. We played at the Kishwaukee Country Club. So that course I'd never played before. Obviously, Jason's a member there. That's where they have done all their sub 70 testing before they brought it out to market. Fun little course. It looks, like a parkland type, country club. There are a lot of trees, a lot of, hills up and down, elevation changes. But the greens were so freaking fast. They were the fastest greens I had played the entire year. They were easily rolling at like a 13 or a 14, and I'm not exaggerating. There was one part where I had maybe a 3-foot putt. It was down a hill a little bit with a little left to right break. I hit it no more than 6 inches, and that ball rolled 6 feet past the hole. And then I made the comeback putt, which doesn't make any sense. But it was a fun course, really nice day. It was 55, 60 degrees, perfect fall day out there. I shot 10 over on the front, 10 over on the back. It's a par 70 course, so shot a 90 there. Like I said, had some trouble with the greens, with the faster slopes on it. And the way the course is, some of the older part of the course, the front 9, or the first 9 holes that they built there, before they expanded it out to 18, the architecture of the greens is such where you would hit into the green, and if you didn't land it legit 20 yards short of the green to let it bounce up and roll onto the green, you'd hit the green and bounce off. And then when you came back, even if you hit a high flap shot, it's going to hit and it's going to roll all the way down the hill. So I was told that before these shots. Jason let me know. Doesn't mean I executed it very well. So unfortunately, there was a lot of holes where I'm, military golfing, going back and forth before I actually was able to putt and get the ball in the hole. But other than that, it was a really fun round. Had some decent drives, found the fairway, and if I missed the fairway, it was just a little bit. Had some bad chip shots again, which is funny because I practice chipping a lot in the living room. But, it's kind of a lesson learned. This year, I ran into it a lot of times, especially this last month of October when I've played now 5 rounds, 5 18-hole rounds of golf, that because of this apartment that I'm in, I don't have grass, I don't have an area where I can go outside easily and just walk out the door and go chip. I'm in town. The light a little bit, that's better. So I'm really limited at home practicing to just the living room, and I'm hitting off a carpet, so it's not that tight line. There's no give, it bounces up. So when I'm playing courses that have the, actually fairway and grass and, moisture underneath it from the rain, I'm chunking chips left and right. That happened at TPC, it happened at TCI, it happened at Otter Creek, and it happened at Kishwaukee. And so, very frustrating, but, that's kind of a lesson learned and things to go off of for next year. And I'll talk more about lessons learned, things that I've kind of gained from this project next week when I do the final Duffs recap and reveal what the handicap is at for the year, where I'm at, how close I got, did I pass it, did I miss it, did I miss it by how much? We'll find out, right? So I expected that to be the last round of 2019, get the dates right, of 2019 of the Duffs project, but, I came home, talked to my wife and everything, kind of frustrated that it was the end of the year because it's the end of the season, the end of the project, and we kind of looked at the calendar a week out, and she's like, look, we don't have anything going on Saturday, why don't you go out one more time? So I'm recording this on Sunday, it's very nice. Yesterday wasn't. Yesterday was 42 degrees, 43 degrees, windy and rainy. So, getting in the car, gonna head out to Lincolnshire to Crane's Landing. I'm gonna go play that course, and I've never played it before, but I'm looking forward to playing it. Like I said, fall golf right there, beautiful colors outside. It's about 45 degrees or so, maybe 50, if you can see the breath. But we're gonna get out there, we're gonna grind, try to shoot a low score. Join me. It's like 20, no, not 20, it's like 10 minutes from my office. Bad traffic, it's 20, but it's just down the road. I pass it all the time, and I had a pass to go to play there. So my mother-in-law, Sandra, she got it for me for Christmas last year. I've been waiting all year to use it. So I went there yesterday and played the same thing, missing a lot of chunk shots and whatnot. I had one hole where on the back nine that I hit a decent drive. It was behind a tree. I went to go punch it out with my hybrid to let it run up to the green, and it just flared off to the right, hit a tree, into the water, out of bounds. Drop another ball, chunk it again. Okay, so now we're laying what, 1, 4, laying like 5 or 6, and I go and I proceed to chunk wedge shots 3 times in a row. I picked up the ball and threw it into the water and rode myself down for a 10. That was on the back nine. The front nine, when I played it, I had a fairly decent round going. I was 9 over through the first 10 holes. We're playing bogey golf. I had some pars in the front nine, had some doubles, but now a lot of that was just trying to figure out the greens there. If you guys ever go play Crane's Landing, if you're a local Chicagoland person, it's at the Marriott in Lincolnshire. If you ever go to play there, don't trust your reads on the green. Especially on the front nine. A lot of the holes, it just, no matter where the pin is cut, it seems to just go straight towards the hole. So if that's the case and you're ever playing there, try to get your pace right, put it right at the hole. If you think it's going to go left or right, maybe a little bit to the left or the right of the hole, no major breaks. Try to get the pace right and go 2-putt pars if you can. I learned that on the front. On the back nine, I did the same thing, but just getting to the green was difficult for me. It's a very disappointing round. I said it was like 43 degrees, it was cold, it was wet, started to rain at the end when I finished my round. Not that that's an excuse or anything like that, but I'm giving it as an excuse. I got cold, I played very quick, I played by myself, and there's nobody out there because of the weather. I played 18 holes in 2 hours and 38 minutes. So it's probably the fastest 18-hole round I've ever played in my life. But mentally, when things started to go bad, I had that 3-hole stretch, and I knew that any shot I had of having a decent score was gone out the window. It's not going to happen. So I just, kind of took a deep breath and tried to play the last couple of holes smart. I tried to not get too mad. I ended up losing 4 balls on the back nine. Didn't lose any balls in the front. So, I lost 1 ball at TPC Deer Run. I lost 3 balls or 4 balls at TCI. Lost 1 ball at Otter Creek. Lost 1 ball last weekend at Kishwaukee, and then 4 yesterday. So that gets expensive, and the scores go up because of that. So with all that being said, with having a terrible back nine, I ended up shooting a 96 there. So it doesn't help the handicap. That's not where I needed to be at this point of the year. But looking at what I did, having those 3 blow-up holes, I really should have been in the mid to low 80s if it wasn't for that. But those 3 holes really just sabotaged my entire round. So that happens. That's essentially been last weekend's round, this week for Duffs to Darts, and the final round of the season. Next week when I talk to you guys, it's going to be the round recap. So I'm going to talk to you about all the stuff we've done this year, all the different things that, I've done to get better from January of this year all the way to October, things that I've seen a lot of improvement on, things that I could have done better, plans for next season of golf, what I'm going to do to not only really get the handicap better, but to make myself as a better player, as a better golfer. So if you guys have been watching for the last 40 weeks, in a row of these check-ins, hopefully my practice has gotten you guys to work harder on your game, find ways to practice, motivated you to find ways to practice every single day one way or another. That's been my hope with this project. Thanks always for watching. Until next week, guys, keep grinding.